Now, it's not like I'm gonna rush to watch this movie again anytime soon, but I'm glad I watched it. Project Power. Project Power. Is it me or this title is corny as hell? But anyway, the premise is simple. There's this new drug. This new drug gives you powers for 5 minutes.
You ever taken one of those before? It can make you strong, make you invisible. You never know what your power is until you try it.
That new drug needs to be tested. So what do? They drop it on a poor in New Orleans. What I mean by that is they give it to a bunch of gangsters, I guess, to sell it and make money off of it, like it's heroin or cocaine or something.
On the streets, they're talking about superpowers, but they're not talking about how one hit could kill you.
I don't really know how it works. Check this out. This drug gives you powers. I mean powers like the X-Men, like the Fantastic Four, like flipping, I was about to say Batman. like Superman or whatever. It gives you major power. I don't know. Shouldn't that kind of drug be locked in a Pentagon somewhere? Or in some underground laboratory somewhere where they're testing it or whatever? I mean, I don't think that's the kind of drug you're gonna give to the regular gangster on the street, or they even mention a drug cartel up in Mexico and all over South America. I mean, it's not heroin. It's the kind of drug that turns you into fucking Wolverine and shit. I mean, I don't know. I don't think the regular gangster in the streets will know what to do with it.
Your kid had something to do with it.
Where you think they got the formula from?
And in all of that, there's also Jamie Foxx who's looking for his daughter. He was part of the original experiment as a soldier, sort of like they were doing a super soldier serum type shit. He was part of that. His daughter got caught up in it. He's looking for her. And right there and then, you have a movie. And talking about you have a movie, do you want to know what this movie is really like? It's like X-Men and Limitless had a love child. Project Power. Damn, I hate this title. Now, I had no idea going into this movie. It was on Netflix. I pressed play. Here it was. Never heard of it. Never seen the trailer or anything. So everything was pretty new to me. And I gotta say, it kept me entertained. The pacing is really good. The acting is really good. Jamie Foxx does a good job, obviously. I mean, I feel like Jamie Foxx still has to give us that one role. I don't know. It's like he's a great actor. I like him in a lot of films. But I feel like he still needs to give us that one film. But he did a good job in this film. And I like Joseph Gordon-Levitt in this role. I think he did a good job. But the main star of this movie has to be Fishback. I mean, she murdered the role. It's like she had great chemistry with Jamie Foxx and great chemistry with Joseph. It's like, at first when the movie started, and the movie starts with her actually spitting bars, she's rapping and all, the bars are cool. But I was thinking, okay, if you start this movie that way, there's a good chance the movie is going to be corny. And then there's another scene in the beginning when she raps again. And at that point I was like, nah, stop it, man. Don't get me wrong, man. I love hip hop. You know what I mean? I spit bars myself. That's alright. But not in the movies, man. I got enough of seeing people rapping in movies, man. Just like, stop. But the reason I'm saying this is because she raps free time in this film. Like, the first time was cool. It's the very start of the movie. And the second time was like, please don't do that. And the third time was actually well placed. I like the way they wrote the rap into the movie. But with that being said, that's my only negative. She murdered the role. The chemistry she had with both actors was just awesome. And the chemistry she has with her mother isn't in the movie too long. But I love her when she's in it. And that's another thing. The comedy in the movie is not too bad. I actually love the comedy and the way it fits into the whole film. Like I said, the pacing stays the same most of the time. But when it needs to be funny, it's actually funny. So you see, as I started watching this film, right, I started thinking, hold up a second. Bikes? Locations with funny lighting, like red light, neon lights, and somebody wearing a Wu-Tang t-shirt? Where else have I seen that? Bikes, neon lights, and Wu-Tang Clan. Nerve. Henry Yost and Ariel Schumann. Is it Henry Yost? Henry Jost? They directed Nerve. And as a matter of fact, Nerve was the first film I reviewed on this channel. I think it's on private right now, for some reason.
Because it sucks. Big time.
But yeah, maybe one day I'll make it public again so y'all can laugh at me. Now it's funny because there's something that they did in Nerve that I didn't mind, but I hated in this movie. And it's the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, once again, don't get me wrong, man. I love hip-hop, man, but use hip-hop wisely in your movie. As a matter of fact, this goes out to all young directors like myself and Hollywood directors. Don't put your flipping iTunes or Spotify or playlist in your movie. Just don't. If there's a track you really like, just don't put it in the movie. Choose another track. I don't know. It's just like hearing Lil Wayne in a movie just takes me out. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just hip hop. Any type. Just choose wisely before you put a song in your film. And also trying to put it in a movie so that it fits, like the song is supposed to be there in some ways. Now another thing I have to say about this film is, you would have thought with a movie like that, with superpowers, and with all the comic book stuff that's going on all over Hollywood right now, you would have thought that this movie would have been all about superpowers and action and all that. It is, but it isn't. There's a lot of action and superpower stuff, but the movie actually has substance. I think some of the dialogue they share is pretty surprising for that kind of movie. Not only that, they even mention Henrietta Lacks. Do you know who that is? Just Google it. Henrietta Lacks. And overall, the movie's well made. I can't really say much more without spoiling the hell out of it. So, I'm gonna do what I do best, which is also what I hate to do, and it's to rate this movie. And I think I'm gonna give it a 6.5. Yeah, a 6.5.
A bit too generous, but okay.
That's a madness, bub. You're supposed to say thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, you fucker.